Previously on Growing and Becoming. People just don't want to put in the work. They don't want to go the extra mile to be nice, to be polite. And it's telling on how we have conversations with one another. See, everybody wants to be respected. Even the least in society, whoever that might be, they they want to be respected. They want to be seen. They want to be honored. It's in every human being. And so even the people who are being rude and disrespectful, they also expect respect in return. So I don't get it. You want something, but you're not willing to give it. And you see, being polite is not an easy thing. It's not something that we are all born with. And that's why podcasts like this are so important. Because we need to learn how to interact with one another. We need to learn how to build and sustain relationships, how to nurture relationships, how to have those interactions and ensure that they are wholesome, they are healthy, they are meaningful. These are life skills that we're supposed to learn. So I'm not usually like enraged when people just act out of line. I think I'm just more like, well, you can do better. Another thing that I've learned from this interesting experience is that people think that pointing out something wrong means that you are angry or you are upset or frustrated. Well, not necessarily. It's possible for you to say something out of a place of love. It's possible for you to call out someone else's errors from a place of love. You can say the truth in love or with love. Because I mean, it's okay for you to speak up if something doesn't sit right with you. If someone is disrespecting you or crossing your boundaries, you should be able to say it. And that's why learning how to communicate effectively is so important. You can say something difficult in the least possible aggressive way or the least hostile way or in a way that is just watered down. It's okay to water things down. I don't understand this idea of always saying things as they are. Everybody wants to be brute and harsh and mean. No, it's okay to water things down. If someone doesn't look nice, you can water it down and, communicate the fact that they can do better with their dressing. As opposed to saying, wow, you look really terrible. What is this ugly outfit you're wearing? That's just unnecessary. That's childish. I feel like a lot of people have been exposed to an environment of hostility so much that they perceive any feedback, any constructive feedback or suggestions for improvement, they perceive it as something negative. They think it's coming from a place of anger or resentment, maybe jealousy or something. I don't really know. But it's something to unlearn. It's something to pay attention to. I feel like a lot of the things that have caused disagreements or fights or maybe full-blown wars could be avoided if people just learned to be sensitive to other people. Sensitive to other people's experiences, sensitive to other people as human beings, full stop. And this is a very nice segue into the last thing I want to talk about, which is the fact that people always feel like they are in the position to tell you how to feel about the wrong that was done to you. It's easy to stand from a third person's POV and want to analyze things objectively. Fine and good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think it's even nice in some instances for everyone to get, an objective opinion, right? Especially if you want to make certain decisions or if you want to say something to someone else. It's okay if you want to run it by someone else and say, oh, this is what I'm about to say. What do you think? Right? However, where it becomes a bit unfair is trying to kind of gaslight somebody or making them feel like their opinions or their experiences or their thoughts on the matter is not that deep. If someone says that what you have done to them is offensive, the ideal thing to do is apologize. In an ideal world, that would be the best approach. But then we don't find that because I don't know if it's from a place of pride, people not wanting to acknowledge their wrong. And I'm of the opinion that you don't necessarily have to be wrong as long as the person has perceived it in a way that doesn't sit right with them. It takes nothing to be like, oh no, I apologize, or I'm so sorry, that was not my intention. Because people can judge you by your action, except maybe the people who are closest to you and who have known you for a while and are able to kind of discern what your intentions are. If you are speaking to a stranger and they feel like your tone is coming off a bit harsh, Just apologize. Say you are sorry. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less of who you are. If anything, it gives you the power in that conversation, the ability to manage yourself and say, oh no, that was not my intention. And that's why you need to learn to communicate, talk, open your mouth, speak. If that was not your intention, explain what your intention was.